First, I'm going to log into the OMS and look for courses in the sidebar. By the way, if you haven't already, check out these videos you see here. They'll brief you on how the SellPro OMS, the app, and the dashboards all work together, and how you can get the most out of them. Here's the list of courses I've previously created, and I can edit any of them as long as they haven't been activated. Right now, though, I want to start building a new course. The status up here at the top lets me know what condition my course is in, which right now is set to draft. Underneath are all the content steps, which I'll need to complete before I can activate the course. I also have some options here, but I won't use them until I've completed all the steps. I'll enter some basic course details, then save and exit. Now, I'm ready to begin adding topics. I could choose from different file types, like images, videos, and PDFs. I can also add a website URL. I'm going to build the first topic from scratch using the Content Builder. In this feature, I can use different layout elements and fill them in with my own content. I can pick from the elements here, drag and drop them, and arrange them however I like. Here, I'll replace the image with one of my own. I can drag and drop it, then I'll select an aspect ratio to crop the image, and I'm done. Now I'll put a topic title here in the header where I just added the image, and make some adjustments. This is the interactive graphic, where I can add hotspots to an image that show more information when they're tapped or clicked. Now I can focus on the other elements. I'm going to change the placeholder text with my own. I'm keeping my content short and to the point by using bullets instead of paragraphs and not getting too wordy. I can drag the elements up and down to rearrange them. Here I'll add another image. I can also change font size and style. Here I can swap the alignment of images and text, and I can also set the padding around each element. I can even change the background color. Okay, now I'll click on Preview up here at the top. I can switch between different layouts to get a better idea of how my content will look on different devices, and I can always go back and make adjustments if I don't like what I see. This looks pretty good though, I'm happy with this. Let's save and close it out. This is the topic timer. This keeps the user from skipping through the topics without taking the time to actually read them. This should be set to a reasonable length. I read through this topic myself at a normal pace and it took about 45 seconds, so that's what I'll enter here. Here is where I can add asset tags. I can create unique keywords to search for and filter data later on in my analytics dashboards. Tags are optional, so if you don't intend on using them, you don't have to worry about this field. My topic's finished and I built it in less than 5 minutes, and it's just as fast and easy to add more. For the next topic, I have a short video that I want to use. It's about 30 seconds long, which is the perfect length for a microlearning topic. I'll go ahead and I'll set the topic timer to match it. Here I can also check the video preview. For the last topic, I'll use a PDF. This is a good option for pre-built content like documents or one-sheets. I'll just drag and drop it in, check the preview, set the timer, and save. Now that my topics are finished, I want to add a little more interactivity. To do that, I can add some teasers and knowledge checks to each one of my topics. Teasers are just what they sound like. They appear before the topic begins, and they're used to stir up interest. Knowledge checks are more like test questions. They appear after the topic, and they quiz the user on what they just learned. Let's add a knowledge check to the first topic. There's 2 question types. Radio questions require 1 answer, and checkbox questions require more than 1. Now that I've entered all the possible answers, I'll use this option here to mark which one is correct. Knowledge checks can also be included as part of the course and award quizzes. I'll keep these boxes checked to build my quiz question bank at the same time that I'm designing the content. This makes it a lot easier to keep my questions organized, and writing them while I'm working on the topic makes sure that my questions are focused. It's important to remember that these questions don't just appear in the course quiz immediately afterwards, but they can also appear in award quizzes, which the user won't see until they land on the associated award in the play zone. That could be days or even weeks after they first completed the course. And if there's more than 1 course attached to the award, then the award quiz would include questions from those courses along with questions from this course. So I need to ensure that my questions are clear and that they draw a direct connection to the topic subject. Take this question, for example. It works because the question is clear and specific. It's about something that was discussed in the topic, and it mentions the product by name. If I were to remove the product reference, like this. Now imagine seeing this question inside an award quiz, where there are several questions and each one is referring to a completely different course or product topic. If you hadn't just taken the course from where this question came, you might be a little lost. So in order to avoid this, questions should always have enough context so that they make sense no matter where they're seen. If I want a different question to appear each time, then I can just add some more knowledge checks to the same topic. Only 1 question gets asked when the topic is viewed, so having more than 1 means they'll be randomly selected each time. And the user has to answer correctly, otherwise they can't go on to the next topic. I can also change the responses the user sees when they answer the question, just to make it a little more customized. Now I'll add a teaser to the second topic. These are put together the same way as knowledge checks, but only 1 can be added to each topic, and they can't be used in course or award quizzes. These are purely optional. If the user gets a teaser wrong, they'll see they were incorrect, but they can still go on to the next topic. Also, notice that for teasers you must enter your own custom response text. There's no default option like for knowledge checks. Next, we're going to add our final course and award quiz questions. Here are the 2 knowledge checks we created earlier, and I can use this space here to create additional quiz questions. Quiz questions are vital to the SellPro learning process. They reinforce the most important things to remember, and they also serve as the challenge that makes the incentivized part work. Users have to pass the course quiz at the end of each course, so they can earn the sell points they need to play for awards in the play zone. If they land on an unlocked award that is attached to this course when playing the gravity game, they will also have to answer some of these questions during the award quiz that they must take and pass in order to claim it. For this course, I want to have a total of 5 questions available. I already have these 2 knowledge checks here, so I'm going to create 3 more questions here. Building these questions works exactly the same as building knowledge checks. I'll add my question and answers. Now I'll add the last 2 questions. Now, notice that once I select Save and Exit, I exit all the way out of the quiz questions step. At this point, I can see there's an empty circle here for this step, but the other steps I've finished have check marks. The reason for this is that this check mark lets you know whether the step has been fully completed or if it's still missing something. This is a safety feature of the OMS, and it's there to help you make sure that everything required to activate the course is there. So, seeing this empty circle tells me that I need to go back into the quiz questions step and see what's going on. Here we go. I still need to fill out the course quiz length. This number here is how many questions I have selected to be available to the course quiz, which is all 5. The field I fill in here is how many of these questions I actually want to appear when the course quiz is taken. I can choose to have all 5, in which case the course quiz will always show all 5 questions. But if I enter something lower, say 2, then each time the 2 questions that get shown will be randomized from the total of 5. So I obviously have to have at least 1 entered here. Anywhere from 3 to 6 questions usually works best for a course quiz. Okay, I can see the quiz question step is now complete. On to visibility. This is where I can set which users have access to my course. First, I'll select the country. I can choose from any of the countries my brand is exposed to, and I can select more than one. For this example, I'm just going to select the United States. Sales Associate visibility is where I choose the retailers I want. If I uncheck this box, I can't choose any retailers. This means that the course will only be seen by the brand's own internal field force and not by retail personnel. Since I want those SellPro users to see this course, I'll keep this box checked and select my retailers. And because I want to maximize exposure of my content to every possible retailer where my product is carried, I'm going to make sure that I select all of those retailers, not just a few of them. This box is already checked, which means all states within the countries I selected will see the course. I can select only certain states by unchecking this box and then choosing the ones I want. For this example, I will keep them all selected to maximize my course's exposure. Now that all the steps are checked off, an award step appears at the bottom of the list. Here's where I attach the award that I want to use for this course. In order to do that, I will have had to have already created awards in the OMS under the Course Awards section. This window here shows my available awards, and I select the award right here. I can attach as many awards as I like to a course. This just means that for each award I've selected, this course will be one of the required courses the user needs to have completed in order to unlock it. Now, with all my course details, topics, questions, and awards finished, it's time to take a closer look at the status options. Here, I can add custom notes or comments. This is useful if there are other people working on the same course along with me, and I want to communicate something important to everyone. Let's say I receive some updated material about a product that is covered in one of the topics. I can add a note here to let everyone on the team know that they'll need to check the new material and update their content accordingly. Each time the course status is changed, the activity log records the change that was made, along with the date and who made the change. Right now it's empty because my course is still in draft mode. Once I change it to in-app preview, that status change will show up here. I can now also preview the entire course with all the topics, questions, and quiz together, so I can verify everything before moving on to the in-app preview. Once I'm satisfied with the preview, I'm ready for the next step. The in-app preview is a special preview of the course within the SellPro app that only designated content approvers of your brand can see. The asterisk here means that this course is currently in the in-app preview mode. The course is not visible to real SellPro users, so I can safely test how it will look and behave in the app without anyone other than me or another designated content approver seeing it. I'll need to verify that all my content looks and behaves as expected. If I see something that I want to fix or change, then I can revert the status back to draft, make the changes in the topic step, and then submit the course for in-app preview again. As a safety measure, in order to activate the course, at least one content approver from my team must take it and certify on the course quiz while it's in this in-app preview mode. Now that it's past the in-app preview, I can activate my course. Once I select Activate, my course will immediately go live to SellPro users. They'll receive a notification in the SellPro feed that the course is available. And that's how easy it is to build a course in SellPro.